Woohoo! Happy birthday to Numero Itto! Right there, I'm not gonna sing the rap because I can't sing, and we are gonna cook something for him though. What? What do you mean, Shinobu? What do you mean putting stuff on sandwich bread doesn't count as cooking stuff? You're consuming it? Ha! Who lets Kuki Shinobu know? Disclaimer, I don't have anything against Kuki Shinobu. I like Kuki Shinobu and actually like all the AratakiItto gang members. Okay? Okay. Because today is AratakiItto's birthday today, June 1st, we might as well make his signature dish, if you were to call it that. That and the Hoyoverse stuff tends to actually has a little bit of momentum on this channel for once and for all my life and this channel's lifetime, which is good because that's going to be the only thing that's going to have some momentum. Thank you, Fort Wayne Comments, for ruining that. Thank you very much. But yeah, we're going to do AratakiItto's signature dish. If it's cooking or not, well, we don't know. The way of the strong. Milk bread and yakisoba. Plain and simple and to the point. A lot of carbohydrates. Very typical behavior of AratakiItto. It's a level 1 dish. You can't see because of the reflection of the lamp above me. Probably one of the easiest dishes you can make. It's got 2 servings. So this makes 2 servings, so 2 buns or something like that. 15 minutes to cook. It's a 2-star dish, and a specialty dish for whenever AratakiItto makes the way the strong ways to smell the flowers. That way, flour, cabbage, and meat is all these, which ironically enough, well, there is technically meat, there is technically bacon on it. That's about all you make. Alrighty, here are the ingredients that you need for the way of the strong. Buns, duh. We're not gonna cheap out on no crappy Wallstuck brand buns. We got the full, good, thick stuff. Mini sub buns here. Very, very nice. Oh, it's all expired. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully that's not a problem. Bacon. Now, it says what the heck does it say? Smoky, streaky bacon. I don't even know what streaky bacon is, so I just went with the honey-smoked, uncured ham, or bacon, because that's essentially what it says. Sugar-free, so that's kind of nice. Some chili paste, which got a heck ton of that from Rockin' for Chicken leftover. Chinese cabbage, which is basically gosh darn near impossible to find. I settled this as like bo choy or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it or something like that. Where it was cheap. It was only 51 cents for his head of bo choy, so I bought it. Soy sauce. Yanfei's One True Love.
Oh, on that note, let me recommend my one true love. Tofu. Tofu all the way. Tofu dishes are my kind of flavor.
Tofu.
Tofu. Tofu all the way.
We got supposed to be yakisoba noodles, but I couldn't find this anywhere in the store. So we had to settle for this stuff. Udon noodles, hopefully it works the same. I mean, it's noodles. How bad can you screw it up? Oyster sauce. And then this thing calls for green onions, but I'm so sick and tired of making green onions and only chopping up like 2 of them for these dishes, so I just went ahead and got a whole pair of dehydrated chopped chives or green onions. It's the exact same thing. It should taste the exact same thing. And for cooking, we got sesame seed oil. We got spark or white cooking wine because we don't have any sake. And then a little bit of grapeseed oil. Not too bad. Oh yeah, and I guess we gotta grab this out because I looked over it. Add ginger to the mix. Just need some minuscule amount of ginger. Well, at least this thing is finally running out. It's expired by albeit, but hey, it's lasting us a while. And I overlooked it too, because I never expected it for this dish. Ketchup. Yes, ketchup. It's not very traditional. Another post-edit goof. Don't forget your honey. Great. Let's hope this is as easy as it sounds like. I mean, heck, AratakiItto can make it, which means surely we can make this after the other 6 fumbling around the bag dishes that we made. Okay, because this is AratakiItto's special dish, we're going to throw out all food service safety protocols out the window. We're using no apron, so the wonderful Guoba apron gets put away for a little bit, and we're going barefoot. Well, not barefoot, we're putting socks on. Because Itto doesn't know a thing about food safety things or stuff like that.
Well, guess what? You're not the boss of me. Uh-huh, that's right, you heard me.
Sauce. So, take your soy sauce, not that, your oyster sauce, your honey, your ketchup, your sake slash white wine in this case, and you'll combine that with this, if I can show it back enough. You'll take all of these ingredients, not that, and you'll combine it to make your sauces. Kind of like so. Okay, so here we go. We got this little 2 tablespoon little thing. And we're just going to use this thing as our measuring scoop. We're going to need 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, so we're going to carefully put it into our little sauce bowl right here, because that's what the thing says to make our sauce first. Add about right that should do. I believe that's all you need for the soy sauce. We'll put that to the side and use it for later. Now this exact same cup, we'll use it for oyster sauce. We need 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. We'll pour that into the bottle. And oyster sauce is such a thick consistency compared to other stuff that we'll add it, making sure it's a level scoop, just about like so. Add this to the pile. Boy, I tell you what, I do not expect this. This dish tastes good at all. Just seems pretty abysmal on it. And then add it to the pile. Why not? We'll use the last thing for this thing. We'll add some ketchup to it. 2 tablespoons of ketchup we can squirt out. I don't use ketchup that very often, so it might be older than dirt. Gosh. There we go. About time. There we go. There's your ketchup. Made us a little bit for excess. If I can squeeze the bottle out right, my goodness. Squeeze out! Come on! Guess squeeze bottles are not meant to be one-handed. Alright. Put that to the side. I think we're done with this. Yes, we are done with this. Thank goodness, this thing is filthy. Look at the state of that thing. It's seen better days. Alrighty. Next up, teaspoon stuff. Alrighty. You'll need 1 tablespoon of your white wine or sake, preferably sake. I bet there's probably a difference, but they're both alcohol, so they're both the same to me. Add that to our little sauce pile right there. And last but certainly not least, we will need some honey. And this thing is still hard as a rock, because I don't use honey that often. So hopefully we can drag it out there. Yeah, I might have to use a fork to get it out, because that thing is stuck in there real good. 1 second. There we go, that should do right about there. And just add it in there. Like that. Put that to the side. No, we don't have to put it to the side. We're done with that too. Nice. And that's it for the honey. Then just stir it up. Combine it all together. Then when we're done with that, we can set it to the side. Preferably in the fridge, probably. And then wait for the other stuff. Just make a judgment call. Just make sure all your stuff gets blended in. Like so. It's getting a little interesting in color. Kind of like that. It's still got a little bit of honey chunks in it, but oh well. It's not too shabby. Oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot the chili paste. Oh boy, never mind, we're not quite done with this. And because I forgot, because we gotta do this, let's add 1 little tablespoon of chili paste. Now, unfortunately, I'm gonna be a little lazy in this because I've already used up my tablespoon. Kind of like that. Just give it some kick and spice to it. That should be good right there. Let's put that away. Now let's mix it up. Now hopefully with that chili paste is going to thicken up a bit. It's not even on camera. That's cool. Kind of just make sure get all the clumps out. Now, preferably I like to use a whisk with this thing, but just in case I need a whisk for later on, I'm just going to use this little fork, and I probably should have used a bigger bowl or something like that, or a mixing bowl. But my mixing bowl cabinet is blocked by the camcorder right now. my little tripod setup right here. But yeah, that's what it should look like right about there. Not too bad, that's what it should look like. Alright, that should be about this. Ooh, it's got a nice little smoky taste smell to it. Yeah, that should just about do about that. And we'll put this aside and put it in the fridge. Alrighty, with that done, now we have to go on to our veggie stuff. We'll take our little bit of ginger. Ooh. Ginger. Our green onions, which are already chopped up. We're just use the dehydrated stuff. And our Chinese cabbage, quote unquote. Now for the Chinese cabbage, it says we only need two leaves of this thing. I'm guessing one for each little thing, so let's peel them off like so. And give it a wash, because that's kind of important. Alrighty, so first things first is that, now we got that washed up and stuff, we'll cut and peel our ginger. Now, after doing these little Genshin cookbook things, I've cut up more ginger than what I really wanted to do in my lifetime. So, I'm probably going to skip that part. Just cut it to a 1/3 piece, probably about like this. This little bit right here, that little bit's good. Like so. And then right down the middle. So you don't have to use this darn contraption. There we go, kind of like that square is what you need left. That little square right there. And we'll cut that up into very, very tiny bits. I mean tiny. Tiny, tiny bits. Even smaller than this little piece right here. Kind of like that right there. I mean, not even bigger than a fingernail, right? And then just copy, rinse, and repeat for those. Let's not lose any product like we did for the last one, where we had carrots falling off the floor and stuff. That was no fun to get. Kind of like these. Oh, great. There it went. Some of those. Put that to the corner of the plate. Now I got that done, pick up all of our other ginger stuff later. And now that we got these little Chinese cabbage quote-unquote things washed off, we want these to cut out the very fine bits, so let's take the stems off just for safety reasons. Tiny leaves like these. Doesn't look as vibrant as it is on the picture. Oh yeah, that should be good enough to make a couple of those. Hopefully includes the stems included. If not, well, I'll be filling it later. And yeah, let's save that little bit in the fridge. Maybe we'll make it later. Okay, since we got all this stuff cut up, let's put it on a little side plate, because after this, our two veggies are going to be cut up. And why the heck not? This is a placeholder over here. You want to open up your tofu. You want 1/3 cup of tofu. Now, I don't know how many containers are in this one. It doesn't say much. It says 4.5 containers per package. It's measured in ounces, so it's not great right there. Maybe with a saran wrap and put it away or something like that. Nope. Okay, that's cool. You resort me with no choice, tofu. There. Pay for your sins. And there's a lot of water going out of it. That's cool. That's gonna be a mess to clean up. Ooh, it's a lot of preservatives. That's cool. Let's drain this stuff out. Okay, so I'm no tofu expert, but I'm just going to try and guesstimate 1/3 of a cup, because this is the first time I've ever used cooking with tofu and stuff like that. Let's get it out there. Let's not... Come on. There we go. That should be plenty good on tofu right there. That little square right there. Put that to the side and saran wrap it for later. What we'll want to do is cut these off in 1/8 of an inch cubes. So, don't know how big 1/8 of an inch is, but that's pretty tiny. Plus we got whatever the heck these are. Let's cut up like so. It's not going to come out perfect, I can tell you that much. We'll try and guesstimate what 1/8 of an inch cubic inches. About right there. That's not too bad. Maybe a touch too big, but oh well. So we'll cut that up, rinse and repeat for the bunch. until we get this whole entire cube down to 1/8 of an inch pieces. You know what? An exact decision, that's probably good enough right there. That's probably 1/3 of a cup right there. Okay, that's probably actually a lot of tofu right there. My goodness. Alright, well that's done. That's all the cutting stuff gotta do, thankfully. Well, besides the bacon stuff. When you're done cutting up your tofu, you can add that to your veggie pile, because that'll go in the same time together. Then when you're done with that, you'll take your bacon, your non-streaky bacon, or the heck classifies as non-streaky. Take your 2 slices. Well, that's not even 2 slices. That's some really crappy bacon right there. Wow. Okay. Take our 2 slices of non-streaky bacon, and we'll just cut them up into strips. Little itty-bitty strips. These are probably small enough, actually, for us already, but just to make it safe, make it little smaller slices. Kind of like that. And then your bacon will be going at a separate time. So you'll grab a separate plate and put your bacon on that little plate. Kind of like so. Alright, well, that's your stuff I need to cut up. Let's put all this stuff away and relegate this stuff to plastic wrap and plastic bag land. Alright, now I got all the cutting and crap done out of the way. Next we get to the water boiling stuff. So you want to take about, medium to large size pan. Fill it up with water. Put that on the border, put it on high. So we get the water to boil and stuff like that. And I guess because it says so, it doesn't specify how much, so I guess this is just like you would to give the water and stuff. Put a little bit of salt in it. And a little bit in that water, like so. Hopefully it don't cause any chemical reaction with the burner below it with that salt. And then yeah, once this thing gets to a boil, which we'll get to sooner than later, we'll take our fake yakisoba noodle. Now, the ingredients, the instructions to the recipe doesn't say how much yakisoba noodles to put in here. So we're just going to do 1 serving, and 1 serving is about 2 ounces on this thing. So we'll just use that. 1 ounce for each bun. That sounds about right. Arataki Itto specialty. He insists that this is the herefore unmatched dish, handmade by Arataki Numero Uno Gourmet Itto. Whenever standing, sitting, or lying down, this will fill your tummy in 1 shot, and send you well on your way to becoming the 2nd mightiest being in the world. What a swell guy.
Hey, are you sure you ain't trying to poison me? Ugh.
Ayo, water do be a-boiling. That is the cue to add some noodles to the pile. I'm gonna say it's about good enough noodles right there. Take that little bit, and let's drop it just right on there. Actually, from that eyeball test, let's add a little bit more noodles. That's probably good enough right about there. There's our wooden spoon, finally. Gosh darn, trying to find this thing. And there went a thing. Cool. Get in there, you stupid utensils. There we go. Just stir it up, like so. And not have it splash all over the dang heater thingy. Oh my goodness. So let that sit there for a few minutes, preferably 5 minutes to let the noodles cook down, or the heck the box instruction says. Hey, would you look at that? Alright, so that's done. So now you'll turn your boiling noodles from high down to low. That'd probably be a smart idea. Grab a little colander, or something like that. That's not gonna do. Grab a little colander, take it over to your sink, and dump it down the sink of excess water. Oh yeah. Ooh, a lot of burnt edges on that stuff. We'll put that off to the side because we'll use that for something else. I'd say it's not quite yakisoba noodles, but that's looks similar to what it does in the picture. It's not too bad. Okay, well, we set that to the side on our already hot active burner. We are going to grab one of these, a big pan. Now, it says a wok on the instructions, and we're going to do this a little bit backwards because the way the recipe makes it sound backwards does not sound quite right. So we're going to put the big pan there, turn up the heat a little bit up to medium heat, and we're going to toast our buns first. Toast our buns, our pair of buns first, which means we'll have to cook a little bit of the sesame seed oil on it first. So let's do that. Peel off some of this plastic wrap, like so. Put a little bit, few splashes of sesame seed oil or sesame oil, kind of like that. Organic sesame oil. Put that off to the side. It looks like so, kind of like that, right about there. Not too shabby. And then you will take our buns, our pair of buns, and we'll toast them. Now, I've never toasted buns with sesame seed oil before, so this is a new experience for me. We'll take our pair of buns. Oh, it's smelling weird. Not gonna lie, if I get these buns out, it'd be great. Take these buns out, take them like that. Open up the faces, and probably get a little bit of liquid on each of them. Let it sit right there. And get the other part of that bun ripped in half. That's fantastic. Yeah, lovely. Sort of like that, in a way. Get them all coated up with the oil. Oh, that one didn't fare too well. So someone took a bite out of that one. Oh, there's where it went. Let me get that piece out, dadgummit. That's nice. Just ripped apart the seams like that. There. Oh. Now that looks like a decent ham or hot dog bun right there. Nice. That one, not so much, but hey, it's got some brown on the edge. I'd say it's just about perfect. Yeah, so let that cook on the reverse side for a few seconds as this pan could settle down. Oh yeah, yoy, we can move on to the next part. In fact, yeah, it looks pretty good right there. Alrighty, buns nice and toasted and good. Next, we will follow this specific steps in order. First, we'll put off this grapeseed oil, put it in the pan, get it heated up and going. Like so. Just enough. Maybe that's good enough right there. Just a wee bit. And then put that away. Let the oil heat that up just a little bit. And this, you'll not want to mess this up in this particular order, because this is what the recipe says it does. Add your tofu, your Chinese cabbage, and your green onions all at the exact same time together. So let's oblige, let's put some of these on our plate. Kind of like so. Take it from there, and let's dump it in. Almost had a dinner attacking moment right there. Alrighty, let's get that going. Get a stir. Let's stir up. And you want to cook this for 2 minutes. And then, after you're done cooking this for 2 minutes, you'll add your bacon slices in after that. But first, let's get this cooking up first. Alright, 2 minutes have passed. That's what your tofu and veggies looking like. Tofu looking a little golden. Chinese cabbage looking a little sad. Bacon, in we go. And then same thing for the veggies. Stir it for 2 minutes. Then after that, your noodles back here are waiting on deck, ready to go into the pile. Alrighty, that's another 2 minutes past. Still on medium heat. Let's add some noodles to the pile. And frankly, after noodles, we're down to the penultimate stuff. Freaking, how the heck? Oh my gosh, really? Alright, take 2, let's try this again. There we go. Alright, so noodles are the most thing on the list. Mix that in. Oh, that's great. This is like the worst pan ever. Gotta love a wall stuff pan. Horrible. Mix that in. Next, get your sauce on standby, because that's the last thing that's going in the pile. Alrighty, your final step now. Turn down just the heat just a little bit. And you are going to add 3/4 of the sauce to the pile. Just drip it on there. And that's a little thinner consistency like I thought it was going to be. You want 3/4 of this thing into this pile. Oh, it's jumped up and attacking me. That's cool. Alright. That's about good. Save that much left for the little bit. That'll go on top of your drizzle. Stir this thing up. Ow! Gosh, I can feel the heat coming from that thing. Jeez Louise. Alright, dinner's attacking me. Attacking me. That's cool. Son of a gun, man.
Well, this sucks.
Huh. It's not too bad looking. I mean, if you had mistaken, get rid of that little sauce in the middle, little circle thing. It looks kind of like it does in the picture. It can't possibly taste that bad, can it? Okay. We got a not so photogenic looking one. The one that fell apart. I'm really worried to see how this tastes. But oh boy. Here goes nothing. Oh, it's just falling apart, it seems. Yikes. Let's give it a shot. That don't taste like anything. I'll be honest, that tastes like nothing. Let me grab a fork real quick and taste. It just tastes burnt. I don't know if that's my bad, I overcooked it or not. Or it's the sesame oil taste in the bun. Yeah, it's just whack. Let's get a bite of it. Yeah, that just tastes metallic. Almost like a savory metallic type of way. Not so sure if it's the tofu, or if it's the cabbage, or if it's the spaghetti, or the sesame oil on the bread. Unless you're Arataki Itto, or someone who's an insane human being, why would you willingly make this? All I can say, Shinobu is right. Itto, why the heck do you even start cooking stuff? This one is quite towards the bottom of the barrel. Is it as bad as Nutritious Meal 953 or what the heck Sucrose called it? Let's grab one more taste. Yeah. I mean, I taste nothing to it. You can't taste the sweet. You can't taste the spiciness. You can't taste really much of anything in there. Maybe a little bit of kick to it. You can taste the tofu and the Chinese cabbage. Other than that, yeah, I'm not tasting much. Maybe a little bit of a hint. Maybe a little bit of a hint of a smoky taste to it. Other than that, it just tastes metallic. Yeah, just a metallic taste to it. That's basically it. Well, that's gonna go way down there. Second to last on the power rankings so far. Arataki Itto, don't quit your day job, dude. Oh wait, you probably already have. Well, that's too late. Too bad. Well, that'll do for this Genshin Impact cooking video. There's a quicker one. Probably. We'll see how the post-editing process goes. And yeah, I'll go ahead and eat this rest of this abomination that I regret making. But yeah, I will see you on the next video.